Chill Brown Vegan here. Welcome back to another vegan recipe video, TikTok edition. Hope you guys had a wonderful holiday and are ready for the new year because, let's be honest, 2020 was just... I don't know about you guys, but I don't really go on TikTok. I don't have a TikTok, but I do watch TikTok baking compilations here on YouTube. And let me just say there's a lot of really fun and creative recipes that I am just dying to try out. Today we're going to be trying out 3 recipes that I saw on TikTok that looked really interesting and I thought would be easy enough to veganize. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first recipe is really easy. We only need 3 ingredients. You're gonna need some Oreos, vegan cream cheese, and some non-dairy white chocolate. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought it would be cute to use a rolling pin and a plastic bag to crush up the cookies and get it to a fine powdery consistency, but that didn't quite work out. So I ended up putting it into the blender and just pulsing it a few times until it was nice and crumbly. Then to that bowl, I added in some cream cheese and I just used a spatula and mixed that all up until it was nice and combined. Once it was nice and combined, I just went ahead and rolled that up into a few balls, as you can see here. The consistency was pretty wet. I did have a few concerns, but I just kept on going with it. So I went ahead and put that in the fridge for about half an hour. While my balls were chilling in the fridge, I just poured some of those white chocolate chips into a bowl and melted them down into the microwave until it was a nice and smooth consistency. I pierced each ball with a chopstick and tried to roll it around in the melted white chocolate, but that didn't really work out because they sort of kept falling off of the chopstick and it was hard to get off once I got it on. So I eventually just threw them in and rolled it around with a fork until they were covered. Disclaimer, they were ugly. They were ugly. I'm calling a thing a thing. They were not pretty. They were not cute. But you know what? I did it the best that I could and this is what it looked like. After I got over the shock of these monstrosities I just created, I went ahead and popped them in the fridge for about 10 minutes so that the white chocolate could harden. And this is what it looked like when it was done. Exactly the same, except the white chocolate was now hardened on it and they were ready to be eaten. So here's a little Oreo ball. This one was the best looking one. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. So the flavor is good, it's just a texture issue. When the crumbled Oreo cookie was mixing with the cream cheese, the batter became kind of wet. So even though it was put in the fridge, it's still kind of like wet, so it's like cold and wet. But the white chocolate on the outside is nice and white chocolatey and good, but the inside when you bite it, it's just like wet. Is that a vegan cream cheese thing? Is that a me thing? Did I mess it up? I don't know, but it's just like it tastes good, but it's just wet on the inside, and I don't know if I like that or not. No, I know, I don't like that. I don't like that. On to the next recipe. Okay, so now for the recipe I've been dying to make. You're gonna need 2 bowls. Into the first bowl, you're going to put in some all-purpose flour, some salt, and baking soda. Get out your whisk and, well, you know what to do. When you're done, set it aside and grab your second bowl. To that bowl, we are adding brown sugar, granulated sugar, melted vegan butter, vanilla, and some Just Egg. And mix all of that together until, well, it's nice and combined. It should look a little something like this. Now we're going to add half of our dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, and then you're just going to mix that up very gently. When you're done, pour in the rest of the dry mixture and then mix that up until it is all combined. You should have a kind of thick batter. It should look like this. Now, I'm not going to tell you how much chocolate to put into your batter. You just, listen to your heart, listen to your stomach. You know what your body needs. Clearly, I need a lot of chocolate, so I ain't measuring this. I poured in the chocolate, and then you're just going to fold it all together until you feel like it's pretty evenly distributed throughout the batter. Then when you're done, you're going to go ahead and grab some saran wrap, and you're just going to cover it over the top and push it down. I'm not really sure why we're doing this, but I'm just following the video. and you're gonna let it chill in the fridge. Once it has chilled in the fridge for about half an hour or so, you're just gonna scoop it out into little balls onto a parchment lined cookie sheet or a greased cookie sheet, and then we are just going to bake it in the oven. And when it comes out, it should look a little something like this. Bam!
Bam!
Bam, bam, bam. Look at that. These look so good. Oh my gosh. Even watching this over again, they look fantastic. And I'm probably gonna make some more tonight. But, you know, here's a close-up for y'all. If nothing else, these are the best looking vegan chocolate chip cookies I've ever made. But let's taste them first. All right guys, sorry I had to change location because it was just getting a little too dark over there, but here is the cookie. It's nice and cooled down. So I'm definitely ready to taste this. I was watching it as it baked. It looks good, it smells good, and he said this is the
best chocolate chip cookies that have ever existed.
So let's see. Okay, I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but it is super crunchy. The edges are nice and crunchy and it's soft on the inside. I have to say, this is a fantastic cookie. Fantastic. But it is time to go on to the next recipe. On to the final recipe. Here I have some puff pastry sheets. It does say to leave it out for 40 minutes and let it thaw, but I decided to cut it while frozen, and well, this is what I got. It's kind of hard to cut, as you can see, and well, it's not very straight, but there's really no going back now. And I only needed 4 sheets, so ta-da, here we are, my 4 sheets. So now that they are cut, I'm gonna let them sit and thaw out at room temperature for about 20 minutes or so. You just want them to be a little bit more pliable. You don't want them to break when you bend them. Something like this. Then go ahead and toss it into the oven and let them get nice and crispy. And you're just going to let them cool down completely before we start topping them. While they're cooling, we can go ahead and make the whipped topping. Now you can buy it, but what's the fun in that? We're gonna make it here today with some coconut cream. So I have a can of coconut cream. You're just gonna open that up and pour it into a bowl. Here I'm adding in a little bit of powdered sugar. Add as much as you need, make it as sweet as you want. I've been eating sugar all day, as you can tell from this video, so I'm all sugared out. But you're gonna go ahead and get a hand mixer and blend it up. As you can see, it is kind of watery, and that's because I poured the whole can in. So I had to add in more of the cream. And how you do that basically is just put the can in the fridge overnight. The cream will rise to the top, the water will settle at the bottom. Open it and just scoop it out from the top. Do not pour the whole can in or it's not gonna get very whipped. And this is what the texture is looking like after I've been whipping it for a few minutes. It's nice, light, airy, and fluffy, just like a whipped cream. So we're pretty much done here. Okay, now we are ready to get everything assembled. You're gonna lay down your first 2 layers of the puff pastry. And then really you can do whatever order you want, but I'm putting on the coconut whipped cream. And then I'm going to add some fruit. The fruit that I'm using today are some fresh blueberries and strawberries. And you can also use bananas, raspberries, really any kind of fruit you like. Arrange it how you like on to your puff pastry square, and then you're gonna put on the second layer of the puff pastry. Followed by some more whipped cream and some more fruit. I only did these 2 high, but you can go 3 high, 4 high, however high you wanna go. You can go, but this is good enough for me. The end result was almost too cute to eat, but I'm definitely eating this. Here's the final dessert that I made. It looks pretty cute, huh? Just going all in with my hands. I'm not gonna be using any forks or anything. Let's see how this tastes. It is good. It's messy, but it's actually good. The pastry itself isn't very sweet, so you can put some jam on it, some agave, chocolate syrup, add more powdered sugar on top, whatever you like. I've been having a lot of sweet foods today, so that it's sweet enough for me. I love it. It's a winner. It's extremely messy though, so there's that. Maybe I should have used a fork. So I wanted to give those Oreo balls one more chance because I really, really want to like them. Like, I love Oreos and I'm so disappointed that I didn't like it. So I have one more here. This one's been in the fridge for over an hour. My complaint earlier was that when I bit into it, it was kind of wet inside. So hopefully being in the fridge for a longer amount of time kind of helped the insides like firm up a bit more. I don't know, let's see. It's just very wet and like mushy inside. Okay, that one's just a fail. Well guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. It has been so much fun trying to recreate all of these TikTok recipes, make them vegan, see if they actually taste good. So I have to say for the Oreo cream cheese balls, it's a no from me, dog. Thumbs down. It's just a texture thing. It's very like wet on the inside and I don't like that. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or if something got misconstrued or messed up along the way, who knows. The cookies were very, very good. I think I did cook them a little longer than I should have. He said 12 to 15 minutes, but they just didn't look brown enough for me. Cooked them a little bit longer and they're a little crunchy on the outside, but hey, I like that. So it's a thumbs up for me. And the strawberry whipped cream puff pastry concoction, whatever you call that, that's also a thumbs up. That was really delicious. First time making that coconut whipped cream and it was so, so good. Definitely won't be the last. If you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you do give these recipes a try. They are so good, except for the Oreo one, but yeah, they're so good. And I hope you guys subscribe to my channel for more videos and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out a lot. I think I'm gonna have to go lay down. I feel a sugar crash coming on, so I'm gonna go drink some water and just chill for a minute. But I hope you guys are all staying happy, healthy, and safe, and most importantly, warm. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!